Hello there. Welcome to Embedding SDK Playground tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how can you use Embedding SDK Playground to explore information in your dossier or in an event you can use in Embedding SDK. So if you ever work with Dossier, you try to figure out some ID, visualization ID or some ID from your Dossier, it can be very hard with the interface. So let me show you what you can do with Embedding SDK Playground. So let's open some dossier to start with. So I'm going to open one of the dossier. So you can actually open any dossier actually. So let me open one of the dossier. So first, I want to figure out what is the page structure of this dossier, right? So how do I figure out what pages I have on this dossier? What key to use for each of the page? So one way without any code you can do is you can navigate. So we automatically add some event handler. Whenever something happened, you'll see some log in the event tab. So let's clear the log and you can try to do page navigation. So I'm trying to navigate to the next page. You'll see page switch happened. And this is a key, right? This is the page key for this page. And you can also figure out some other information like visualization element changed happened and visualization key. I don't know which one, but we can use some other API to figure out. So you can use this way to figure out the page key. If you want to know the whole page structure, it doesn't tell you which chapter though. So if you want to know the whole page structure, you see the more here. What you can do is, let me clear the log. What you can do is you can add something. This is just to explore the information. So you probably don't need this kind of code in your actual deployment. So let's try to add something into the page. So I'm going to add something right above this, okay? I'm going to say, go to the page navigation tab from operation menu and look for get table of content. Okay, get table of content. So let's drop this code. So this will call dossier and get table of content. It will get object TOC and you will also dump this into the console log. So let's try without just drag and drop without editing anything. So let's see what we can get. So from here, we will see something in the console log. It says get table of content. We see 5 in the array. So first one is the this one is a chapter name, right? If you open this, you'll see 5 chapters. Let me move this up a little bit. You see 5 chapters, and under this, you see a page name, right? Let's see, page name and page key, right? Sales and incentives. So page name, page key. So you can use this way to get the page information. So if you ever want to build your page structure, page navigation, you can use this to get information. Yeah, so this is for page and page key. How do I figure out what event is supported in Embedding SDK? So actually, we automatically dump all the available event handler in the console log. So you can see, you don't need to do anything. You'll see what are the event is available. So you, based on the name of the event or with the help of documentation, you can figure out what the behavior of each event. Let's see. So from list, we can have on arrow, on session arrow, on arrow, whenever the arrow happens, you'll get this callback, and session arrow says something like session timeout, filter update. So if you change the filter inside the dossier, you'll get this callback, and graph selection. If you do some selection, right, you'll get this callback, and page load, page switch, let's see, layout change. If you change layout, you'll get a callback. So you can get a lot of information from this event. So how do I use this? So let's see, we actually have some code here. So when we page switch it, right here, so you need to drag in order to listen to some event. You go to the event, find a relevant event you want to listen to. Let's see, what can we do? So this will switch visualizations, right? So let's see. I'm going to say I'm going to use visualization element change. Let's say visualization element change. Let's see if I use this. Okay, I'm going to close this. Let's say I'm going to use this. I'm going to drag this visualization. Actually, I'm going to use this visualization resize event, right? Since we are resizing visualization. So let's see. Do I have it already? Okay, so no, right? Looks like I don't have it. So let's see. I'm going to add this visualization resize event. On visualization. Okay, so let's figure out. Yeah, this one on relation resize event. I'm going to drag here. It will listen to this event, right? And it will get a callback says it is resized. And I can also dump. Maybe I can also dump the E here, parameter here, so we know what parameter we are getting. So let's run this. I'm going to run this. Okay. So let's clear the log. Let's clear the log. And I'm going to say normal size. You see some event is happening here. And it tells me, okay, I'm resized this visualization W367 and to a normal, right? So if you do maximize, you see this is maximized. So similarly, if you can add an event listener just by dragging this block and listen to the event and dump the information. So if you need to use it, you can use the information. All right. So that's to figure out what event to use, how to listen to the event. And we also let's figure out what are the visualization keys we can use. So how many visualizations on this page? We actually use this to populate this UI, right? So we can look at this. We can look at how we populate the UI in this example. So we can on page switch it. So we register this event and we update the visualization list, right? So let's look at the implementation. So this one, we listen to the page switch or page load event, and we're going to get a visualization list. So let's see the implementation of this method. Okay, let's see. Yeah, resize, get a visualization list is here. So this function, right? This function will call get a current visualization list, and it will get a list. So it will dump. We can dump this information. So we got this list. We can dump this information to the console. Let's see. So what if we dump this information to the console? Okay, so we're going to dump this. Hopefully I spelled it right. Okay, let's see. I can run it. Whenever this is called, I'm going to dump this list, right? So this is a visualization list. You see, there are 13. So hopefully it's the same number as this. So first one is the top 5, right? You see top 5. So it's the same list. So you can actually use add a listener whenever the page load or page switch, and you can call this method. You can call embedding SDK, get a current visualization list, and get a list. So this is how to get listen to the page change event and to get a list and to figure out the visualization key. So if you ever want to do anything with the visualization key. Filter. So there's no filter here. So what about getting the filter information? So if I want to get a filter, I can register event. To get a filter, you can, let's see, so you can call actually. So from whenever you get a page update event, right, you can call the get current filter. We actually have example for a filter. Let me show you the code filter. So this is how you can explore the filter information. So here, right, we can have an example here. So let's look at the function update filter. So this will be called whenever you switch page or page load. So you can call the embedding SDK. Let's see. get filter list. So this is a function you can call to get a filter list. If you ever actually dump this, we dump this filter list. So you can see for this one, we're getting the filters, right? So year, I suppose year and month. The second one is month. And also from the object, you can figure out a type, you can figure out a current value. So that's a filter. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.